Before the abdomen examination, ask the patient about the pain in his or her abdomen, and patient should have an empty bladder. Make the patient comfortable in supine position with a pillow under the head. Ask the patient to keep the arms at the side. Trapping the patient to expose the abdomen, place the sheet at the level of symphysis pubis. Then raise the gown to below the nipple line just above the sigmoid process. The abdominal muscle should be relaxed to enhance all aspects of the examination. Stand right side of the patient and observe the general appearance of the patient. Inspect the skin. Note if the skin is warm or cold. Note any bruise, erythema, and or jaundice, scares, dilated veins, and rashes. Inspect the umbilicus. Observe the counters and location and any inflammation or bulges. Inspect the counter of the abdomen. It's flat, round, or protuberant, or any bulges. Inspect the peristalsis. Note the aortic pulsation is frequently visible in the epigastrium. Place the diaphragm of your stethoscope gently on the abdomen. Auscultate the abdomen before performing percussion or palpation, which may alter the characteristics of the bowel sound. If the patient have hypertension, auscultate the epigastrium. Auscultate the bruits over the aorta, the iliac arteries or femoral arteries. Auscultate over the liver and spleen for friction rubs. Percuse the abdomen lightly in all four quadrants to determine the distribution of tympani or dullness. Tympani is a high-pitched musical sound. It indicates gas in the GA tract or abdomen. Dullness suggests an underlying mass or enlarged organ or some fluid. Palpate the all four quadrant of abdomen, keeping hand and forearm on a horizontal plane with fingers together and flat on the abdomen wall. Palpate the abdomen with the light gentle dipping motion. Identify any superficial organs or masses and any area of tenderness or increased resistance to palpation. If abdominal muscle are tense, ask the patient to exhale. It usually relaxes the abdominal muscles. Then asking the patient to flex the knee and palpate more deeply in all four quadrants. Note any masses and their location, size, shape, consistency, tenderness, and correlate the findings from palpation with their percussion notes. Watch closely for signals an acute abdomen or inflammation of the parietal peritoneum. Percuse the span of liver. First locate the mid-clavicular line. Use the light to moderate percussion stick. Starting at a level well below the umbilicus in the right lower quadrant. Percuse upward toward the liver. Identify the lower border of dullness in the mid-clavicular line. Next, identify the upper border of liver dullness. Starting nipple line, percused downward in the mid-clavicular line until lung resonance shifts to liver dullness. Measure the span of liver dullness. Place left hand behind the patient parallel to and supporting the right 11th and 12th ribs and adjacent soft tissues. Ask the patient to take deep breath. Try to feel the liver edge. The normal edge is soft, sharp, regular with a smooth surface. I just feel the normal edge in this patient. Hooking techniques is may helpful when patient is obese. Place both hands side by side on the right abdomen below the border of liver dullness. Press in with your fingers and upward the costal margin. Ask the patient to take deep breath. Place your left hand flat on the lower right rib cage and gently stick your hand with the ulnar surface of right fist. Ask the patient to compare the sensation with that produced by a similar streak on the left side. To palpate the spleen, use the left hand, reach over and around the patient to support and press forward the lower left rib cage and adjacent soft tissue. With the right hand below the left costal margin, press in toward the spleen. Ask the patient to take a deep breath. Try to feel the tip of the spleen. Note any tenderness. Access the splenic counter and measure the distance between the spleen's lowest point and the left costal margin. Approximately 5% of normal adults have a palpable spleen tip. Repeat with the patient lying on the right side with the legs somewhat flexed at the hips and knees. In this position, gravity may bring the spleen forward and to the right into the palpable location. Percussion may help to detect the splenomegaly and enlarged spleen. Percuss the left lower anterior chest wall ruggedly from the border of the cardiac dullness at the sixth rib to the anterior axillary line and down to the costal margin, an area termed trapezius space. Note the lateral extent of tympani. Percussion is moderately accurate in detecting splenomegaly. If tympani is prominent, especially laterally, splenomegaly is unlikely. Check the splenic percussion sign. Percuss the lowest interspace in the left anterior axillary line. This area usually tympanic. Ask the patient to take the deep breath and percuss again. When the spleen size is normal, the percussion note usually remaining tympanic. The dullness of the spleen is usually masked by the dullness of other posterior tissues. The kidneys are usually not palpable, but learning the techniques for examination helps to distinguish the enlarged kidneys from other organs and abdominal masses. Move to the patient's left side. Place the right hand behind the patient just below and parallel to 12th rib, with fingertips just reaching the chordatal vertebral angle. Lift, trying to display the kidneys anteriorly. Place left hand gently in the left upper quadrant, lateral and parallel to the rectus muscle. Ask the patient to take the deep breath. At a peak inspiration, press left hand firmly and deeply into the left upper quadrant, just below the costal margin. Try to capture the kidney between the two hands. Ask the patient to breathe out and then stop breathing. Slowly release the pressure of the left hand, feeling at same time for kidney to slide back into its expiratory position. If the kidney is palpable, describe its size, counter and any tenderness. A normal right kidney may be palpable, especially when the patient is thin and abdominal muscles are laxed. To capture the right kidney, return to patient's right side. Use your left hand to lift up from the back and your right hand to feel deep in the right upper quadrant. Press firmly deep in the epigastrium, slightly to the left of the midline, and identify the aortic pulsation. In adults over age 50 years, access the width of the aorta by pressing deeply in the upper abdomen with one hand on each side of the aorta. A normal aorta is not more than 3 cm width. Detection of pulsation is affected by abdominal girth and the diameter of aorta. Percuss the border of the tympani and dullness with the patient's supine. Then ask the patient to roll onto the one side. Percuss and mark the borders again. In a patient without assist, The border between tympani and ulnus usually stays relatively constant. Tap one flank sharply with your fingertips. Feel on the opposite side flank for an impulse transmitter through the fluid. Unfortunately, this sign is often negative until axis is obvious and is sometimes positive in people without assets.